John in Nevada, you're on the Stephanie Miller Show. Hi, John. Welcome.
Good morning to you all.
Good morning.
I usually wake up in a pretty good mood and all that, and I put you on wherever I'm going and that and get some good laughs.
Yes.
Then you had to start talking about this Bundy guy again, and I get all upset. But thankfully, I got to listen to your last little spiel here, so that kind of cheered me back up.
Right.
But, I live up in northeast Nevada for 41 years, big ranching country, and most of my life has been spent out on ranches and working. And right now what I do a lot of water development on ranches. And when I listen to these stories about this guy, there's such a lack of understanding and information about, grazing in the West and the relationship that ranchers have with the BLM. It's a very good relationship, and a lot of ranchers in our area are very upset with this whole thing because it starts to demonize all of them. They start getting associated with these militia clowns and welfare cowboys and all this kind of stuff. The grazing fees that they pay, this $1.35 a month, they are very happy to pay that. That money is pumped right back into the land in the way of improvements. What I do in the way of water development is primarily paid for by the government, and the grazing boards that decide where these fees go are made up by ranchers. And so, like anything, there's people that gripe all the time about, their car dealer or the phone company or whatever. I mean, there's always those types, always will be. And the Rupert robots are never going to give you the truth of the information that you need, and it's just so sad because there's a great relationship, a lot of very progressive people out here trying to do the right thing, proud of their operations, proud of what they're doing on the land. I mean, if folks ever had a time to come out and take a tour, I can take them places and show them things that we're doing out here that people are very proud of, and there's a lot of cooperative things.
Well, and I think that's part of this whole story is people are like, why can't he pay his fair share like everybody else?
Right.
Why don't they, interview all the people, all the ranchers around him that pay their fees?
Yeah, the ranchers around him are pretty upset too.
You only sent me the story about the winner of the Boston Marathon, so I would try to pronounce his name.
Pronounce it. Do it.
I've never had to announce who won the Boston Marathon. It's the first American. Meb Kazlekazeki? Meb. His name is Meb.
Meb.
Kaflazegi.
All right. Are you sure?
Aren't you part Polish?
He's the first American since 1985 to win.
Right. He's a former New York City Marathon champion and Olympic medalist.
Yeah. Huh.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you. To me for pronouncing that?
Well,
Thank
sure.
you.
Kind of.
You're welcome.
I guess you get a golf clap.
Maybe just a tennis clap, really. 17 minutes
I think
after
our guest
the hour.
is here.
Yes, he is. Not every day you get a legendary producer at your door.
Right.
All right. Now it's 18 minutes after the hour. This hour of the Stephanie Miller Show brought to you by Carbonite. Our lives more and more rely on our computers. All of us, in order to keep up, we need new computer files. Need to revise the old ones. You're totally dependent on being able to keep all that stuff and to get it whenever you need it, right? That's why we all need Carbonite Online Backup. Over 50,000 businesses trust Carbonite to back up their computer files. Even if you're backing up your files with DVDs or thumb drives, not enough. You need the total backup solution that Carbonite gives you. Everything is up there. It's automatic, cloud-based. Your files are encrypted and stored securely off-site. And Carbonite is so affordable. You will not believe it. I've had so many people thank me. Be one of them. Do it. Do it now. Carbonite.com. Type in my offer code Stephanie for a free trial. No credit card required, plus 2 free bonus months with your subscription. That's Carbonite.com. Offer code is Stephanie. 18 minutes after the hour. Right back on the Stephanie Miller Show.
What started and where?
It is the Stephanie Miller Show. Welcome to it 23 minutes after the hour. See, I told you that the bat signal would work. See? We sent it out and he got here early. Yeah. The legendary creator of Laughing. George Slaughter is live in studio with us.
Hi, Steph. How are you?
Hi, George.
This is a great setup you have here.
Thank you.
I mean, just the pictures are wonderful, but of course the art piece is just my favorite.
Bronze ass.
Yes, I know you're distracted.
Are people aware of what I'm looking at here?
Oh, yeah.
It's my bronze
There's
ass.
a camera right up there, focused right on you.
It's just wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you, George.
I know. Thank you.
Listen, Not only are you obviously a comedy legend, but you probably gave up Breakfast with Larry King to be here this morning, didn't you?
Yes.
You did.
Which is, they all sit around and lie to each other every morning. He owns this bagel place, and he sit there in the window, and people come by. I mean, it's amazing the appeal of that man. They have little kids and old people, and
right.
It's wonderful.
Right. And do you do at breakfast every morning?
Not every morning. No, I
lot
can't
of mornings.
take that every morning. No,
George, hello.
You have Jewish breakfast every morning, you're going to lose your place in line.
Hello.
This is great you have up here.
Thank you. Well, and that means a lot, Chris. You know why?
Why?
Not only credited with the groundbreaking Laugh-In, but also basically reality television, right? With the real people.
That's right. Yeah. I'm a child of the 70s and 80s, so Real People was Wednesday night watching for my entire family.
Child of the 70s.
Yeah.
That hurts.
Me too.
You guys have more fun than you're allowed to have with your clothes on.
Well, this is now that we do it from home. It's sort of like, I don't know, what the Osbournes meets, Animal Planet.
Dogs running through.
Yes.
So now, when are you going to be in Los Angeles again with the show?
I don't know yet.
I love that program.
Oh, Sexy Liberal Comedy Tour? Why, thank you for that plug. I'll be at the Chicago Theater. We'll all be at the Chicago Theater this Saturday.
Yeah.
Really? Well, go see it. It is wonderful.
Thank you.
I had the best time.
Thank you, honey bun. Now, the other thing is we obviously talk about politics all the time, and you are famous for getting Richard Nixon to say, "Suck it to me."
Suck it to me?
I'm laughing.
I've had to live with that. We wanted to do something on our first show, and Paul Keyes was Nixon's joke writer, if you're ready for that. Right?
Wow.
Known for his jokes, of course.
So he said, maybe, why don't I try to get Nixon to do it? So we went over to the studio, and we got him to say, "Suck it to me." It took 6 takes to get him to say it like, "Suck it to me." The first time it was like, "Suck it to me." And he said, no, Mr. Nixon, just kind of light and smile. He said, "Yes, I'm new at this comedy business,
Gee, seems like such a natural.
Take 2, right? He said, "Suck it to me." And then we took it, and we ran out of there like a porch climber. We put it on the air.
But you were saying, which, political advisors back then, probably the same as today, you said all of Nixon's advisors were saying, you can't do this, it'll ruin you.
They were still arguing about whether or not we could do it, and I was in the car going back to NBC to put it on the air as fast as possible. Yeah. Now, the thing was, once I saw it, I realized what we'd done because we made him into a nice guy.
Yeah, thanks a lot, George.
So then we chased Hubert Humphrey all over the United States trying to get him to, yeah, that's right, let's suck it to him.
He wasn't pleased as punch?
No. And he said that may have cost him the election. That little bump that Nixon got.
Well, exactly.
Wow, the first bump.
I love his advisor said, "Don't do this. You can break into a building probably and cover it up, but don't do a joke on a comedy show. That'll ruin you."
But we had a lot of the people like that. We had Billy Graham on. We had Buckley on, William Buckley.
Oh.
And it was a lot of people, they were afraid of it. And when I asked William Buckley to do the show, his answer was, "Not only do I refuse to appear, I resent having been asked."
That sounds like
now that is huffy.
Awesome.
That is.
We wound up very good friends,
Yeah. I love this. The 6 takes on for him to look happy and say "Suck it to me" at the same time. I'm reading the LA Times piece. Congress had to send a special letter, you said, allowing us to avoid the equal time provision on the guarantee that his appearance was non-political and it was also under 10 seconds.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, if the administration had been under 10 seconds, he was a very, very bright man.
Oh, yeah.
He made a couple of little mistakes, and that was kind of it. But then,
so listen, you are here because I read this because you're my friend and I adore you. But there's a great piece in the LA Times about our legendary friend George Schlatter. The finger of fate is never fickle to George Schlatter. And tonight, right, you're going to be sitting down at where is this? At Cinefamily at the Silent Movie Theater for an evening with George Schlatter, TV comedy pioneer. And this is another thing people may not know about you, that you were really broke down a lot of color barriers.
Oh yeah, we did. It was kind of a feeling about getting something done that wasn't on the air then, and that's what Laugh-In was. But we did the first all-black variety show.
Right.
It was
Red Fox, Nipsey Russell.
It was Red Fox. First time they let him appear on network television because we were editing it like we'd edit Laugh-In, so he could say anything and I could take it out.
Right.
And he was there. He was Slappy White's partner. Red Fox.
Wow.
I just love that we had people named Slappy and Nipsey. That's what we're missing today, I think.
We should have more of them.
And Soupy, and also Soupy.
Right.
Slappy and
Nipsey.
We're going to change our names to that. All right. We could talk to you forever. We have a hard break here, and then more George Schlatter, 29 minutes after the hour, right back on the Stephanie Miller Show.